Yes. Let me share my screen. Yes, what happened? Little bit slow. Okay. Today only I have recovered from that viral fever. So that's why my voice is little bit slow. Day by day, it will increase. Okay. Last 1 week I was in a hospital. Let me share VS Code, Paint, and then Chrome. Yeah. Here, let me share. Yeah. Let me continue. Yes, today is the first session on web UI programming. UI here, it is a user interface. We are learning here web UI. UI means here, it is a user interface. We are learning here web UI programming. Here, web UI. UI means here, user interface. To create this user interactive page, we have to learn that list of all topics are here. HTML 4 and 5. Second topic, CSS 2 and 3. Third topic, JavaScript. Here, fourth one, jQuery. Here, jQuery. Then, here, fifth one, Ajax. Here, jQuery. Then, fifth one, Ajax. Ajax. 6, here, responsive design. Here, responsive design. Then, seventh one will be here, Bootstrap. Eighth one will be here, less and SAS programming. Here, ninth one is project. 10th one is exam. Here, total duration of my course will be here next 2 months. Next 2 months, I'm going to continue on all these topics. I'm explaining here web UI. UI means user interface. In this user interactive page, I'm explaining here what is UI and what all topics comes under this. Here each topic basic introduction I'll cover you in the starting. Here and everyday class notes I'll share you. Here everyday class notes I'll share you in one Gmail drive. I'll create one Gmail drive for our batch. In that drive I'll share everyday class files. Okay, see like this 11 AM drive how I created. Same way I'll create one drive for you. See, we can test recordings, programs, paint file, documents. Like this, I'll share everyday class file. Okay, total file I'll share with the students like this. Yeah. I'm explaining here web UI. UI means user interface. Here, user interface. UI means here, it's a user interface. When you enter any URL, here, suppose if you enter any URL in the browser, suppose if you are entering google.com, you can see that Google homepage for us. See here, I already shared one drive for you. So I already shared one screen for you. Here, in this, suppose if I search for Google, you can see here, Google homepage will display like this. This is one Google homepage to develop our application. Here, this is one Google homepage. Suppose if I search for mobiles, here within few seconds, I'm able to get resultant page for our application. Here within few seconds, I'm able to get the response of my application like this. I'm able to show you response for my application like this. See all the list of pages, I'm able to get it like this. This way of implementation we can show for our execution. This is what here our UI page. Here only you can see that here Google and you can find one search option. Once you click on the search option, your data will be redirected to server. Here my input will go to the server. My input will go to server. Server connected to database. Here my input page is connecting with the server. Server connecting to database. Database back to server. Server will give you within few seconds, I'll get resultant page for us. Here we are writing here. This is one Google homepage. Once you click search option, here whatever data I entered here, this data will go to the server. Server connected to database. Database will give you resultant page. This resultant page, Amazon mobiles, Flipkart mobiles, CBC mobiles, like this, I'm getting here all the results. See here. Flipkart, Amazon, 91 mobiles here, Reliance Digital, like this, you are getting all the results like this. This type of results, whatever I'm getting here, this is possible by here our UI programming. Starting page, Google page is a UI page, and that resultant page is also a UI page. The starting page is a UI page, and resultant page is also a UI page. UI page always connect with one more programming, that is server side programming. Server side programming always connected to database. This server side programmings are here. Here PHP, Java, .NET, Python, all etc. comes under server programs. Databases are here. Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, Sybase, MongoDB, all comes under server side implementations. Here my UI page is connecting with the server, server connecting to database, database back to server. Server will give you a resultant page for us. This is our UI page. That starting page is a UI page and resultant page is also a UI page. Starting page is a UI page and resultant page is also a UI page. Here, 3 team of developers are working for this. One is web UI developers. Web UI developers, they'll work for UI front end. Second one, server side developers. Server side developers. Third one, database developers. So 3 team of developers are working for one single application. Front-end developer. So UI developer who know UI, they called as front-end developers. Front-end developers who know front-end programming, they called as front-end developers. So UI developers, front-end developers, and server-side developers, database developers. 3 team of developers will work for one single application. See, if you check it here, facebook.com. See, I'll show you one Facebook application. Here, if you enter Facebook, you can see that login page of the Facebook. Here, see here. Once you click on this login option, you will redirect to login page here. See, in this URL, you can observe here login.php. So once you click submit option, here from this URL, this is one URL, Facebook URL. It is connecting our front end. So it is one front end page, UI page. It is connecting with the PHP. PHP will connect with database. This way you can find it. Here we are learning here front end development. In this UI page will connect to server, server connected to database. This type of interactions you can observe here. In this 3 team of developers are working here. One is front-end developers, server-side developers, database developers. 3 team of developers are working here. So one is front-end developer, server-side developers, database developers. Front-end developers who know front-end programming, they called as front-end developers. Server-side developers who know server-side programming, they called as server-side developers. Database developers who know database programming, they called as database developers. So 3 team of developers are working for one single application here. Front-end, server, database. In this, our course is regarding only the front-end programming. We are not going for any server-side programming. We are looking for only the front-end development. UI development, it is a front-end development. We are looking for only the front-end development in this 8 p.m. batch. Okay, in this, I'm explaining here only the UI programming. These are all the list of UI topics. Here, in this UI programming, we are going to see all these topics like this. I'll show you one more URL here. Oracle create account page. If you check it here, Oracle create account page. See here, once you click on it, you will redirect here. Suppose if you want to see for sign in page or a create account page of this Oracle, you can see here. Here, here, this is what here, create account page of the Facebook. In this time, I'm able to connect it with the Facebook page here like this. So in this time, what I'm doing here, this is one front-end page. Here, Oracle create account page. Control C copy. Here, if you check this, here this URL, if you check it here, here our UI page, this is our UI page. UI is connecting with the JSP page. JSP will connect to database. Here, our server code here, we are using here JSP. JSP we are using as our server code for our application. JSP we are using as our server code for our programming. We are learning here web UI programming. In this UI programming, what is front end, what is server, what is database, I explained here. Front end programming here, UI page is a front end page that will connect to server, server connect to database. Here, 2 different programmings we are using here. So 2 different server programmings you can see here. One is PHP server programming, another one JSP as the server programming. But common here UI. So now, right click inspect element on this. Right click inspect element. So now if you right click inspect element on this, see here, you can see doc type HTML head and body. Here only you can find it, doc type HTML head and body. Suppose remove the body tag here. I removed the body tag. You cannot see any output here. If I don't write the body tag, you cannot show any. You cannot show any output for us. If you don't write the body tag, you cannot show any output. If you don't write the head section, here once you refresh, all will back. So if you don't write the body tag, you cannot see any output. If you don't write the head section, what happened? Check it. See, I'll remove this head. Delete. I removed the head part of my application. See here, you cannot see any output here. See, I'm not able to see any output for my program. Here, this is what here. Here, if I don't use the head section, there is no proper alignment for the content. If you don't use the body section, you cannot see any output. If you don't use the head section, you cannot see any alignment. Bottom line here. So if you don't write the body, you cannot see any output. you don't write the head, you cannot see any alignment. So if you right click inspect element on this Facebook, right click inspect element, you can see here doc type HTML head and body. Doc type HTML head and body. So now remove the body tag. Just delete. Sorry. Here I removed the body tag. You cannot see any output here. If I don't write the body tag, you cannot see any output. Once you refresh, all will back. Here, if you don't write the head section, just delete the head. See here. If you don't write the head, you cannot see any output. If you don't write the body, you cannot see any output. If you don't write the head, see output it is displaying. But see here, Facebook is very big size. Text boxes are very small and content is displaying like this. See, if you don't use the head section, you cannot see proper alignment for our application. For any UI page, common here. So for any UI page, here only you can find it here, doc type HTML. Here itself HTML start and close. Under this, we can write it here, head start and close and body start and close. Under this head section, if you don't write the head, you cannot show your style. No CSS, no script, no JavaScript. If you don't write the body tag, you cannot show you any HTML tags. HTML tags you cannot show. So basic skeleton. Here skeleton of web page. Here web page we cannot show you. We can't show skeleton of the web page if you don't write the body. So here I'm showing here doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. Doc type here, it is a document type of HTML. Head tag, body tag, we can write it. Under the script, what I'm writing here, under the style, we can able to write CSS code. Here, this is related to CSS code. And here only, you can write it here. Script tag, we use it here to write a JavaScript code. JavaScript code for our application, we can show to the user by here JavaScript code for our application. Here JavaScript code for our application, we can write it by script tag. CSS code for our application, we can write it by style tag. This way we can write our JavaScript and CSS code for our program. This way only we can write it. So in this time, I'm writing here doc type here, document type of HTML, and body tag we can show. Here, this is the basic skeleton. This is the basic skeleton of a web page. In this time, we are going here. In today and tomorrow session, I'll continue on the basic introduction. Up to now, what is UI we understood. Title, introduction, and each topic basic introduction I'll cover you in our first 2 days of demonstrations. Today and tomorrow session, I'll continue like demos. In this time, I'll continue on here. Today and tomorrow, both days, I'll continue on the demonstration. In that, I'll explain to you each topic basic introduction. So what is HTML, what is CSS, what is JavaScript? Like this, each topic basic introduction, I'll cover you in the first 2 days of session. Third day onwards, I'll start the first topic, that is HTML4. How to install Visual Studio Code, how to configure our project into VS Code, how to execute our program. Those all I'll cover in the next days of sessions. In the next sessions, I'll explain to you how to work with the remaining all topics one by one I'll cover. Here I'm explaining here web UI. UI means user interface. Here how to create user interactive page. And what is the server, what is database I explained. In this, 1 second. Here, I'm explaining here. In this time, here you can find it here. Here, this is the Visual Studio Code. I'll write my programs in this Visual Studio Code. I'll explain all programs in the Visual Studio Code. Here, now let's start the first topic. Before starting first topic, I'll share my drive access to you for every class, programs and documents. I have already created one 9 p.m. folder. So I'm going to merge your batch with my 9 p.m. Okay, so I already created one 9 p.m. drive for you for your batch also. It will be merged at either 8:30 to 9:30 or 9 to 10. One time I'll continue. Either 8:30 to 9:30 or 8 to 9 or 9 to 10. Any one time I'll fix it according to all the students convenient. We'll fix one time and we'll continue our class every day in that timing. Here I'm recordings, everyday class recordings. I'll upload it in this recordings folder. And here paint file, everyday class paint files, I'll upload it. See, everyday paint file, I'll use it for explanation. See, all paint files, I saved it here. So all the paint files, I'll upload it in your drive. Okay, all the paint files, I'll upload it in your drive. See, like this. Okay, so here all paint files, these all paint files and all programs. Everyday class programs, I'll upload it here. 9 o'clock folder, HTML4. See, like this. I'll create separately one folder, separate files I'll create it. In that everyday class files, I'll upload that. Here, next one, here paint files, I'll upload it, everyday class paint files here. And recordings, everyday class recordings, date wise, I'll upload it here in this recordings folder. And then paint files, programs, documents. Here document, everyday class document, topic related course content. Here, whatever topic I'm explaining to you. Here, the UI related course content. Here, I'll upload web UI course content and HTML4 documents. HTML4 document and web UI course content. Those all I'll upload it in this doc folder. So once I start CSS document, I'll upload it. This drive, I'll share with the students. So this is my drive. This drive generally I'll share with the students. Okay. Here, this drive I'll share with the students here. See, this is the drive I already shared with few students. Okay. Like this, once I share this drive with the students, whenever I upload the file, you will get notification to your drive. You will get notification to your drive. So here I'm explaining here recordings, programs, paint file, documents. Like this, all files I'll upload it. Here in this time, here this is my Visual Studio Code and this is my paint file and this is the programs, topic wise programs. Here topic wise 9 o'clock batch, topic wise programs, I'll upload it in your drive. So program explanation, I'll do it here and that program I'll upload it in your drive. This is the way generally I'll share my notes with the students. Here up to now, what is UI, what is server, what is database, we understood. And what is the use of UI, what is the skeleton structure of UI, that is doc type, HTML, head and body. After that, here HTML, CSS, JavaScript with all these topics, how to display our output, I'll show you one by one. Here, now first topic here, HTML. If you check any website, basic skeleton is by HTML. If you open any university, college, any site, HTML is a hypertext markup language. Here, markup means here it is a tag-based programming. Here it is a tag-based programming. Here, tag is nothing but it's an instruction to the browser. Instruction to browser. Instruction to the browser, we call it as tags. We have two types of tags we have. Here one is paired tag, second one is here unpaired tag. We have two types of tags. We have paired tags and unpaired tags. Okay, so HTML is a programming language. It's a tag-based programming. Tag is nothing but it's an instruction to the browser. I can give my instructions to the browser in the form of tags. Here, these tags are here, generally in between less than and greater than. Standard structure of HTML will be here, doc type, HTML start and close. Here itself, you can write it here, head start and close, and body start and close. Okay, head tag is used to write header information. Head section, we use it here to write header information for our application. Here, style tag, we use it here for writing CSS. Script tag, we use it here for writing JavaScript. So you can save this file with the 1.html and you can run it by browser. You can save this program. Suppose if you want, you can write welcome to HTML. This file, you can save it with 1.html and you can open this file with a browser. By that, you can see that execution. Any web page, standard code will be here, doc type HTML head and body. Doc type here, it is document type of HTML. It is one special tag. HTML tag is a paired tag. Head tag is a paired tag. Script tag is also a paired tag. Body tag is also a paired tag. Here, like this, these all list of tags all comes under pair tags. Pair means whenever you write the starting tag, definitely you need to close the tag. Next, I'm going for CSS. Second topic of our course is CSS. See if you want it. See, you can check it here. I showed one site here, Facebook. Once you refresh, radio button checkbox, drop down list all by button checkbox. See here, email address, password box, and one submit button. See, right click inspect element. This is one button, text. Right click inspect element. Here, text box, input type password box. This is text box and this is input type password box. These all by HTML. These all are by HTML. Because of HTML, you can create this type of output like this. Here, I'm explaining here HTML. HTML is creating basic skeleton. That one we understood here. Second topic of our course is CSS. CSS, here it is cascading style sheet. Here, cascading style sheet. Mainly because of the CSS, we can write style part of the web page. Because of this CSS, we can write it here, style part of the web page. Style part here, style part of the web page, we can create it with the CSS. In this style part, you can find it here. Style part of the web page, we
Hello.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Now, am I audible?
Hello.
Yes, yes. Now, is it clear for you?
Some error,
Yeah.
madam.
Audible? Is it audible
Hello.
to you? Okay. Here, we are writing here CSS. In this CSS, how to write our code, check it. See here, I want to show you one text box, password box, all by HTML. Now, if you check it here, this button color, background color, border color, right click, inspect element on this. This is one button. See here. See, I can change the button color. See here. This type of changes, we can do it by CSS. This half code is CSS. This half code is HTML. Because of CSS, I'm able to change the color. Here, if you want to write the border or if you want to write one password box, this is one password box here. This is one password box. Here, input type password. For this div tag, if I want to give another color for this, here I'm giving here background color. See here, only password box, you can see that different color of output. See password box, it is showing different color. Like this, you can change the colors, colorful structure and alignments, left and alignment, center alignment. The topic of our course is CSS. Because of this CSS, we can align it properly. Align it as well as column structures, we can create it with this CSS. Basic column structures, basic alignments of the application, we can do it with this CSS. Next one, here because of this CSS, we can do it like this. Now submit our application form. So now I'll click on the submit button. See, once I click submit button, I'm getting error message here. So once I click submit option here, I'm able to see one error message here. That error message is because of JavaScript. Here, JavaScript is a client-side scripting language. It's a client-side scripting language. Here it is a browser executable programming. It is a browser executable programming. It's a client-side scripting language. Here, client-side scripting language, we call it as JavaScript. It's a browser executable programming. Browser, only browser can execute these programs. This is what here. This is possible by JavaScript. JavaScript, it is client-side validations. Because of this, we can do validations of the application form, validations, cookie creations, local storages, session storages, animations, here map tag, model box, object-oriented programming, etc., etc. We will learn under JavaScript. Majorly functioning part, functionality of a web page, we can create it with this JavaScript. Because of this JavaScript, we can add functionality to our application. Majorly functionality of a web page, we can do it with this JavaScript. Yeah, in this session, we understood here three things. Here, one is HTML. HTML is creating basic skeleton of a web page. CSS, colorful structure and alignment of the web page. JavaScript, it adds functionality to our application. So basic functionality of a web page, we can create it with this JavaScript. Because of JavaScript, we can do it here. Basic functionality of a web page. Okay. So remaining topics here and this topic related examples. Each topic related one example I'll cover in our class. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Ajax. So remaining all topics introduction I'll cover you in next session, tomorrow session, 8 o'clock. And I'll fix your class timing after completion of demonstration, either 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Any one timing, we'll fix it and we'll continue our class in that timing only. Okay. And my class link will be same for the next 3 days. First 3 days, I'll use same link. And after that, we will change the link. Okay. So who are interested, they can contact that contact number and complete information DurgaSoft organizer shared in this chat window. In this Zoom link chat window, they already shared complete information about my class. Okay. And you can get my course content from the organizer. You can contact organizer, give your feedback them after completion of my demonstration. Tomorrow will be the last one, last introduction. And today we have completed 3 topics. Tomorrow I'll continue few more topics. That will be the last day of demonstration. Then next day, Thursday, Friday session, I'll continue on the first topic, installation. HTML4 I'll start. Installation of process, installation and configuration of our application. I'll explain to you in the Friday session. Saturday will continue. Every day, Monday to Saturday, I'll continue your class. Project sessions, I'll take Saturdays, I'll go for project session. And Monday to Saturday sessions, I'll continue for my classes. This is about my class information and today's session. Up to now, if you have any doubt, career related doubt, program related doubt, or explanation related doubt, notes related doubt, any doubt if you have, you can ask, please. Yes, all 6 students. Ask your questions, please. Yes, please. Any doubts? Yes, please. Any doubts? Yes, any doubts? Yes. Yes, please. Yes, any doubts up to now? No. What you said here? What is the use of course fees and all? Course fees and all information, you can get it in the Zoom link itself. No. Notes link, you can get it after completion of your registration. Okay, that's it for today. We'll meet tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, it will be 8 o'clock. Saturday, I'll change the class. We'll fix one timing. We'll continue in that time. Thank you.